Hi guys, having a wonderful morning. Today we discuss the pen is smarter than the sword. In my opinion, I disagree with this statement. Not in all these cases, the pen might not be the greater than the sword, because in daily life we are observing there was a lot of issues we are facing in daily life. For example, if you take as India as China as an example, we are doing a lot of discussions with the countries, but still it getting the problem not getting solved. So, in my opinion, I disagree with this statement.
Why not, Nitish? In our generation, social media plays an important role in our society. So pen is matter than so.
Yes, guys. Very good morning to everyone. I think I'll support this Niti's statement because there are some cases that which we can't help, but there is a major hand in a violence than the writing. They can be solved with the pen writing and can be suppressed. There's we see as usual every day, and it keep getting higher and higher. There in some cases they are not getting solved by pen at all. So I think there might be the use of the sword than the pen in such cases, but not at all. In some cases, there are uses of social medias and these because they influenced by pen and many people by just helping with the pen, and we can influence many people thoughts and views, and we can help them to grow an idea or overview to how to rise and how to react to the situation. So I think I support partially the nutrition also. Don't disagree with this statement. Thank you.
Got you is what you have told, but Penny is because the idea we are having is the people directly come to the nutrients. So the pen writing influencing that is your point is what I told you, that is pen is matter than sword, because the basic idea represented by pen is the writing. Writing influence the people, how they read, how they understand your thoughts and your feelings by your writings of your pen. So I support with the pen what they have influenced to the people. Then they, because we seen that in the movies, in the social media, recent Shyam Singh Rao, how the Shyam Singh Rao influenced the people with his writings, poems, novels about the Devadasi systems in the his previous Indian history. So he revoked, he raised an issue against the Devadasi systems and fight about it because it was wrong. So he presented his idea through novels and everything. So I agree with the pen is better than the sword.
Yes, I agree with this statement because pen is mightier than the sword. In 19 world wars, there are many wars between other countries. They are formed UNO, International Organization, in friendly statements. There are many peace in the countries and friendly relationship between 51 countries. I agree with this statement.
I disagree with your statement. It depends on the situation. Actions speak louder than words. If you take example of World War, if you talk with other persons through communication by sending letters or other things, they may not convince. So that it depends on the situation. We have to use sword as a weapon, and we can
Yes, I agree with you, Sai. Because the sword influences the people much faster than the pen because it causes the threat more faster than the cause caused by the pen. And in which cases, if we see, and where is said, the the Devadasi and other systems which are not proper, they are influenced by the pen, but at, at how much cost? It took ages to solve this issue. If you use the violence against that issue, it may be solved at that point because in that cases the violence may be the correct choice because the opposition party or the people against the rules may have the upper hand because we use the pen. So we might use the sword and we can gain the upper hand in it and solve the issue. And if we use the pen, it can solve the issue, but it may take much time than the sword. It causes the harm or it causes the revolution change, but it took the time than the sword or action. So I agree with this one.
I agree with both Nitish and is mightier than the sword in sometimes. Mm, Sometimes the sword is mightier than the sword. It is completely depend upon the situation to solve our problems.
Respected Haribabu sir and all my dear friends, a very good morning all of you. Nitish said the pen is mightier than the sword. I agree with the statement because by using the sword we can kill the lives and something and hopes and etc. But using the pen we can give birth to the new lives and some other hopes and etc. We can change our lives by using the pen. But with sword we cannot. It's not possible. By using the sword we can change the world by taking it into some disastrous situations. My friend will continue.
A very good morning, guys. Right now, I agree with all of your decisions in this content. Yeah, there is a need of the action which has to be taking place in some monarchian places like North Korea, where the people are suppressed by the government actions, where they are unable to enjoy their freedom in this world. Okay, that is the area where the action is needed more. And along with the action, the pen is also required to create the or spread the awareness among the world and to support the people to achieve their freedom. In this, when these both movements come together, we can achieve what we can want. So I agree with all of your statements, but it also depends upon the situation where to use and what to use. So I agree, but the action is the plays more prominent role in achieving all the things what we want.
I agree with both Nitish and Jagdish statement. Pen is mightier than the sword, and sometimes uh, sword is needed to solve a problem what we want to get it. Sword. Sword is used when violence has to be taken part, and the pen plays a key role to solve the problem without violence. And example, a journalist can solve a problem by questioning the government about the problem, and they can have a threat from some of the ruling parties. Sometimes in democratic country, the pen would be mightier than the sword.
In my point of view, as we consider that pen is the major thing, but in my point of view, sword plays a crucial role. Nowadays, everyone was interested to do mistakes in their life by doing some criminal things. As you are said that pen might be the greater thing. Our Indian Constitution is there, but we saw every day in day-to-day life the criminals who did the things are going out and doing the same things repeatedly in our society. But when it comes under the SWOT, when we punish them really, they will get some changes rather than influencing by the words.
Yes, I agree with you, Nitish, because as we spoke, some of us agreeing to the statement and some of us not agreeing with. And in today, there are some cases that they are not getting change at all by posting social medias or and with a pen. They are influencing. There are some people that are influencing all, trying to influence and making awareness of what we have to do and what we have not to do. I don't know. And but also we are still seeing the same cases, and there are some people still doing the same things. They're not getting solved by pen. And yeah, if the pen is mightier than sword, then they shouldn't be such cases in still days.
Yeah,
There are people going to the jail by doing the criminal activities, or they're doing bad things in a society. If the pen is mightier than the sword, they should get aware, or they should get idea about what they should do and what they shouldn't do. And if the pen is play the major role, then why they are not doing the same thing? Why they are doing the same thing? They are not getting change at all. But they are getting change, like it taking a lot of time than the if you use the sport actions than the words. They're getting changed. They know the things how to do and what to do in a society. They're getting influenced in a short time and short span of time, when we are considering if we do with things with a pen. So I agree with the Niti statement.
I have got you. So the points I have got that the sword is mightier than pen. No, in some cases, both depends upon the situation, how we, how we society, how we influence the people, etc. All are depends upon the one is matter than the basic idea we have to influence the people. First of all, I would like to end the group discussion with them. Thank you.